Well, anything you do in the cloud can also be done on premise. That was a statement that was made to me, and I want to do this video unpacking that a little bit because everyone is going to deal with simple, basic claims like this in what they do. This is not an overly grandiose claim. It's really a claim of equivalence in saying that both sides are equal, and we need to be able to have discussions and merge minds over these types of disagreements. I could easily have outright dismissed this out of hand, but my first response was, well, what makes you think that? Let's start talking about why you believe these things to be true. Now, I always preach the principle of charity. It's something I follow in my life and the way that I interact over differences of opinion. That is, give someone the benefit of the doubt when they are saying something that they're not a bad actor, it's not malicious. Like they actually believe this and you know, they hold this to be true. And as we go looking for the truth, we need to be able to give and take and have those types of exchanges with one another. A technique that philosophers use when they interact with one another over a different topic like this is a prima facie. That is on the face of it, I will grant you a true statement so that we can move on to what you're actually trying to build. And so a very simple explanation of that is someone may have a claim that relates to our consciousness or a part of our consciousness, but they really can't explain consciousness. And it's almost irrelevant if we get into the mechanics of how consciousness actually works. I'm conscious, you're conscious. We can grant consciousness to one another even if we can't explain it and move on. The problem here is we can't actually do that. And so we have to investigate the root of claims like this because this actually breaks the law of this breaks the three absolutes. And the laws in the three absolutes are the law of identity, that is, a thing is what it is, it's not what it's not, it's a rock, it's not a fish. The law of the excluded middle, and that is then actually it's the law of non-contradiction second. That is that it's a rock, and it can't also be a rock and a fish. And then the law of the excluded middle, which is it's a rock, true or false. It's a fish, true or false. And so when you start looking at it through that lens and you come back and you say on-premise and cloud, both the same thing, no, they're not both the same thing. And there's a reason that we have distinctly identified benefits and trade-offs for each solution. We could work on that now. Now we have a level by which we can say, let's talk about what the benefits are in terms of the data operations, our total cost of ownership, our server management and people management. That's what we're working on when we talk about cloud solutions. Not every answer is now the cloud, the cloud, the cloud. It's not. It's not a golden hammer. You need to apply the right tools in the right spaces, and we're trying to do that in a very thoughtful way. By the end of having a conversation like this, we both were able to agree. They are distinct, different entities, and we could see what the benefits were for each of those. So more of this video is encouragement to you that when someone asks you a fundamentally simple question about whatever it is that you do and you work on, that you take some time and try to cover why that question either is or isn't valid, what's involved in that, and work towards a shared understanding so that as a rising tide, we may lift all ships. So that's my encouragement to you. Thank you very much.